Hey everyone, Shipwrecked Samantha here, and today I'm going to be giving you a few tips and tricks for anyone out there who is just now getting started with sculpting. I have myself been sculpting for over a year now, and I have learned a lot along the way. I'm going to be telling you what I did when I first started sculpting. My first tip is to start simple. I started out with one block of clay. It was red, so I decided I was going to make a rose. It was really easy to do because I just started with the middle, worked out with the petals. After that is when I went back to the store and got more clay. So start small, start simple, make sure you like it before you invest in a lot of tools. My next tip is to watch tutorials. This is really important because YouTube is amazing. You can just go on there and pretty much search for anything you want. You can go on there and just search polymer clay tutorial, and you can find so many different ways to make things out of clay. And even if you just learn a new technique from watching the video or a new type of clay to use, it is a great way to start off and start learning. Also, it's okay to reference other artists. Some people get offended when you use some of their art for your art, but there is a big difference between copying and referencing. When you reference an art, you're using it as inspiration and interpretation for what you're doing. You're using it to help you improve. And also, it is a great thing to acknowledge the person that you reference, acknowledge the artist that you use, because a lot of artists actually really appreciate when you do that. It's also okay to ask advice. Some people may be unsure if they should ask other artists about advice about sculpting, but it's really okay. I have had a lot of people come to me on Instagram and ask me about what to do with clay and what to do to get started, and that's okay because that's how I started out. I went to other artists and I asked them, I said, look, this is a clay I'm using, it's not working. What kind of clay should I use? And I got feedback from people that told me what I should do. It's a great way to improve, and I really think as artists we should all help each other out on how we should improve. Just make sure not to get a little too personal with your questions and getting any specific detail of special techniques that artists might use that they might not want to share. But if it's things like what kind of clay to use, what tools to use, or simple things like that, I'm sure pretty much any artist you ask would be happy to answer the questions for you. So those are the main things I wanted to cover. Really, just start small and work your way up from there. And just make sure that this is something you really enjoy, because that's the most important part. You just need to have fun with it. I will see you in the next video.